about our own walk with God through these verses. So, my soul follows hard after you. The soul is the mind, the will, and emotions. You know, Jesus said, no man comes to the Father except the Spirit draw him. So your spirit is drawn to God, but your soul follows hard after God. You see, there's a difference of the dynamic of what's happening with your spirit being wooed by the Spirit of God, being drawn by the Spirit of God, and then you make a decision, and your soul, your mind, your will, your emotions follow hard after God. Now that's very interesting. Follows hard after God. That word hard means to cling to. My mind is clinging to Him. Now if you're clinging to something, it's because there's to stay close, to cleave, to keep close, to stick to. I'm sticking with you. Well, if you're going to stick with something, it's because you've got pressure pushing you the other way. To follow closely, to join to overtake, to catch, to be joined together. I want to be at one with the Father. But the whole idea of following hard after Him implies that there are pressures in life that if we allowed them to set the tenor of our day or the agenda of our day, we wouldn't be following closely after the Lord. And this is confirmed by Acts 14:22. Paul went on his second missionary journey back to all of the churches he had established in his first missionary journey, confirming the souls of the disciples, which meant he was laying hands on them and prophesying, exhorting them to continue in the faith. How were they to continue? Tepidly? No. They were to follow hard after. We need to be exhorted. We need to be reminded to continue in the faith. And then notice what he says after that. And that we must through much tribulation enter the kingdom. Now, in the book of Romans, Paul said the kingdom is righteousness, peace, and joy. But we are going to enter into righteousness, peace, and joy through much tribulation. Is he talking about a apocalyptic time of tribulation at the end of the church age? I don't think that's what he's saying here, although we wouldn't exclude that. The word much tribulation means manifold and diverse kinds of pressure. How many have a little pressure in your life every once in a while? Relationship pressure, spiritual pressure, financial pressure, pressures on the job, pressures in the pandemic. Turn on the television and you've got pressure coming at you. What are we supposed to do with that pressure? We're moving. Don't let the pressure move past you. You move into the pressure. We must through much tribulation or different, diverse kinds or multi-leveled strata of pressure enter the kingdom. So we are to press into the pressure. I thought we were pressing into the kingdom. It's the same thing. Press into the pressure, you will break out into the kingdom. How do you press into the pressure? You have to oppose the pressure. How do you do that? By moving in the opposite spirit. When you are facing your day and the challenges of your life are prone to producing a certain mentality out of you, you must make a decision. A quality decision. No, I'm not going to let what's going on in my day or my relationship or my job dictate my frame of mind. I'm going to move in the opposite spirit. In every situation, my father very simply said, if you want to know what moving in the spirit is all about, just find out what the flesh wants to do and do the opposite, and you'll be very on target for moving in the Spirit in that particular situation. God told me, He says, you must stay linear in your decision-making in the pressure zone. In other words, linear means going straight forward, not looking to the right hand or to the left. Don't allow the circumstance to dictate your mentality, to dictate your next decision. When you don't know what to do, remember He said, having done all to stand, stand therefore. And when you've done everything, what do? Cut and run, try something else. No, you just stand, wait for further instructions. Press into the pressure. You'll break out into the kingdom. What is the kingdom? It's righteousness, peace, joy. What is righteousness? If you press into the pressure, you break out into the kingdom, and the kingdom is righteousness, which in your everyday life means you experience something whereby everything you say and do becomes as effective as if God said it or did it. And somebody watching, listening said, I'll have mine now. Well, press into the pressure. That can be your experience. Now, if this has blessed you, go to fathersheartministry.net and subscribe to the daily prophetic word. God bless you. Have a great day.